Hey guys, Marsing in here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we finally have the Easy A and like Super Strike revamp for the physical MECHA FRIEZA. The game does call him MECHA FRIEZA, yeah. MECHA FRIEZA on Global. And he's actually pretty good. I was looking forward to this Easy A. I saw people posting screenshots of him during the worldwide celebration when the 200% leaders released. And obviously this guy was already out on JP. I saw some very interesting threads showing off some of his attack stats and his stats and everything. So quite excited to try him out and use him on the 200% leader skill. So his super attack, the Death Blaster Extreme, raises defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage to the enemy and lowers attack. And then his passive is attack and defense 100% when key is 6 or more. Then he gets an additional attack and defense 100% when key is 9 or more, and another 50% when key is 12. Then he gets an additional attack and defense 50% when the target enemy is in attack down status. He gets an additional 100% defense when all allies attacking in the same turn are Wicked Bloodline. And then he has a high chance to crit if all allies attacking in the same turn are Resurrected Warriors. So there are ways to build the Wicked Bloodline team to have full Resurrected Warriors. I haven't done that specifically for this because it is just a crit chance. I just want to see his stats. I've been link leveling him since I awakened him yesterday. As you can see, we have a bit of a wide spread. The lowest is 6, we've got a 7, we've got an 8, and we've got a 9. So his links are actually his biggest issue, because look at this rotation we have right now. We have STR Cooler, obviously one of the better units on the team. Now, MECHA FRIEZA is in Transformation Boost, so he is getting the 50% buff. And then we have the third form Frieza, who's a 40% support unit for sworn enemies, which MECHA FRIEZA is also in. So he's getting a lot of support on this rotation. But how many links do you think this guy has sandwiched in between these two great units? Yeah, 2. He shares 1 with the STR Cooler and 2 with the third form Frieza. So we'll go ahead and do this. What is his start of turn defense here? So his start of turn defense only 146k. I'm actually not too sure. It's been a while. I can't remember the last time I showcased a unit that has these stats based on like key, because I don't know if I'm pretty sure it checks for that when it's his turn to attack. So I don't think we get to see like a realistic representation of what his defense actually looks like just by looking at it in the menu, right? Because it's going to jump up when he's about to attack. And then, of course, he raises defense on super as well. Wow. All right. He raises defense on super as well. So 7 million attack stat. Now, obviously, this is a rotation where he's getting 90% support. But just imagine, I actually don't know. I need to double check how much damage this first Shenron does, because obviously this is the Shadow Dragon's red zone. We do have the Wicked Bloodline 10% permanent support memory on as well. But like, I don't know how much damage that guy's super attack does, but we tanked it for double digits. Which means our defense was obviously way higher than the 150k that we could see by looking in the menu. So we'll see what happens on the next turn. The thing is, we've got a lot of supports and everything on the team, so it's going to be very difficult for him to not be at high levels of key at the start of the turn, because ideally we'd like to see him with like only starting the turn with like 6 or 7 key, then grabbing the orbs with him and then checking in the menu whether his defense goes up, because I don't think it does. So people out there, I always have people in my community who let me know in the comments when I'm getting these calculations for characters incorrect. So let me know on that first turn what his defense actually was like after supering, because I mean, the fact that he tanked the super for double digits is obviously very impressive. His defense would have to have been quite high, right? Because even these earlier stages, like the Shadow Dragons are hitting some of the weaker enemies for like 300-400k defense damage, which means his defense would have had to have been at least that high for him to take double-digit damage. So, funnily enough, his best link partner is actually Golden Frieza. They share 3 links. So this is the way I would run the team for the showcase, right? And have just floating support units in slot 3, get 3 links active from MECHA FRIEZA. So here we have 126k. So if we pick up extra key so that we actually get to 12, is that going to be giving him his extra in the passive? It doesn't, no. So all of that is calculated when he actually attacks. which is quite interesting. So yeah, his defense definitely has the potential to get up to being very, very high. And then obviously his super attack effect is that he raises defense for 1 turn. So if he double supers, then obviously he double raises his defense. So 5.5, that's a bit more of a realistic turn here, right? Because we only have the 1 support unit. So how much does he take now? Yes, he still takes double-digit damage. Type neutral, only 1 support unit. He's got 3 links active. And then, yeah, he's taking double-digit damage after he super attacks. Now, the thing you have to remember, and the reason why I think this is so good, is the fact that he's a free-to-play unit. Like, all of these Super Strike units are free-to-play cards. And obviously some of them have been pretty good. Some of them have not been so great, especially like the earlier ones. But like this guy, I don't know if I would say he's like a must run on the Wicked Bloodline team, because the Wicked Bloodline team does have so many incredibly strong options now. But like you can run him on this team for various like red zone stages and stuff, like red zone Omega, where you obviously, you know, probably want to have a few more extra physical units. He would definitely be very good. So red zone Metal Cooler Core, the first stage, which can be quite annoying, where you have to fight the Metal Cooler army for 3 turns, is in. So this Frieza would have type advantage, so he would be pretty good there as well. So let's see, this will be an interesting turn now, because we have no support. So the links thing, like I said, is definitely his biggest issue. So let me go ahead and do this so we can make sure we actually get key. Because when we look at this, we've got 3 links active, which means we are slightly lacking for key when we don't have support, which is a little bit unfortunate. But what is his defense here? So no support, his defense is only 100k before he attacks. But then bear in mind, we now know that we're not getting these buffs by picking up the orbs. So he's getting, what, an extra 150% just from the bits of his passive. He's getting an extra 100%. We should have that already, right? The 100% when all allies in the same turn of Wicked Bloodline. And then he's getting the buff from his super attack effect. So I feel like this is the turn where if he's going to eat a super this turn, I would imagine he potentially doesn't take double-digit damage. If he does, then he's like a top-tier unit for this team for sure. We get the additional normal attack, no additional super, unfortunately. Well, there you go. We're going to find out straight away. So this is his worst turn, potentially, with no support. Yeah, 116k. Now, that might seem like a lot, right? Over 100k, you know, 5 digits. But the fact that he's a free-to-play unit in the red zone with no support on the rotation, and he's only taking 100k. Like some of the showcases we've done recently on this stage, because I've started to use this stage a lot now for showing off new units. But like we've been using units on this stage for doing like, you know, Pan's 55% showcase, where we have units like the Trunks and Giru on the team and all kind of stuff like that. And I mean, we've seen units lately taking a lot more damage than that from super attacks from units like Oceanus. So honestly, I would say that that is pretty good for a free-to-play unit. So go ahead and do this. I imagine we probably finish off Oceanus this turn just because of all the support that the LR Cooler is getting, but we will see. Metal Cooler almost got fully built up to having an 18 key super. I do like running the rotation of LR Metal Cooler and the STR LR Cooler, but yeah, we do need to get Metal Cooler built up a little bit earlier on, and then it's nice and easy for him to hit his 18 key supers. But obviously LR Cooler here is going to go off a little bit. Just 11 million on his additional 12 key super, thanks to all that extra support and the link set from the TUR. So, and then mine does have full crit, so getting those crits and tiniest sliver of health, but then, you know, could have just, you know, tapped her with a non-crit normal and she'd be done, but get another 11 million 12 key super attack. So LR Cooler still just such an impressive unit when he's actually doing his thing, right, and just going off. So, oh, he sealed you. Come on. All right, this will be interesting then to see, because we have the support and we are going to get all the orbs that we need, but obviously we're not going to get the super attack effect. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, we got type advantage as well. So I would assume that he's just going to tank everything for double digits, especially because the guy's now super attacked. So we're not going to eat a super. I would assume that even on this turn, right, where we're not supering, because we have the support from third form Frieza, Mecha Frieza would actually still just eat a super attack for double digit damage. But very unfortunate that he got sealed. I guess that's the only downside to running this stage, right, as a showcase stage, because I know a lot of people got kind of sick of seeing the Legendary Vegeta event as a showcase stage just because it's so easy. So now I only really use it for units that I think are a little bit too weak to be showcased in the red zone, like some of the Peppy Gals units and stuff. But yeah, I think this is a good stage for showing them off. It's just very unfortunate when you get sealed. So I think we can go ahead and do this. Now the final cooler, which is my one, is fully built up at this point, but can't super at all, which means he is potentially... Actually, no, he probably won't even take damage, let's be fair. This guy's super attacked already. 10 million from LR Metal Cooler, with no support on the rotation as well, I might add. And the fact that we're using a friend STR Cooler, which means Metal Cooler doesn't get his 200% leader skill. So Metal Cooler's only getting one 200% lead and one 170. Still just, you know, hitting a 10 million attack stat with no support, while being able to revive, like, from full health if he gets taken out by an enemy. So I am still such a huge fan of this Wicked Bloodline team. Everybody on JP's hyped, obviously, about the Gammas, Kid Goku, everybody talking about, like, movie heroes being the best team in the game. But man, over on Global, I'm still very much enjoying this Wicked Bloodline team. So I was very happy for us to finally get this Super Strike Frieza revamp. Don't seal him again. Okay, perfect. Alright, so we can do this for you. We're getting 50% support from the STR Cooler. Let's see. I guess we could have this as the final turn. But honestly, this Frieza, I think he is very, very good. The fact that we can take him into this red zone stage and he's just eating super attacks as long as he gets his super off first. Now, he does super early as well. So even if you do get screwed over, that's the only upside to his bad, like, Link sort of situation, is he actually supers at 9 key. Now, he doesn't get the full buffs from his passive, but if you do get an unfortunate turn where the orb field is just absolutely terrible and you've got no support, bad links, etc., he can still super attack early, which is actually very useful for him, because if he's not getting those full passive buffs for the amount of key that he's starting the turn with, then obviously you want him to get that extra defense by getting the super attack effect. So I'll let this play out as we go into the outro here. But let me know what you guys think of the Mecha Frieza revamp. I think he's pretty cool. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.